So let's just wrap up the course by actually moving the converters, because I don't want the converters directly inside the services, because later on I want converters to talk to other converters. And that's because at some point we're going to need, like, a customer has an address and then a customer needs to know about the address converter. So it'll make sense again when we move forward, but right now I want the customer convert this guy and the other convert, I want them in their own class. So what I want to do is I want to make a converters package in the app BLL layer right here. Add new folder, and I want to call that converters, like this. There we have the converter folder, and under this one I want to add a new class, and we're going to call that customer converter. That's the first one, customer converter. Now I think customer converter, let me just write this because I can't talk while I write, it seems. So I think the customer converter could actually be packed inside using the factory pattern, if that's something you guys want to play around with. I'm not going to do it in this lesson or in this series, but that's a challenge for those who want to have some extra fun. Maybe make some kind of factory that can go and grab the right converter for the right object. That's for yourself to figure out. So we have two converts here inside the service. Again, right now I'm inside the customer service. I'm going to move these two converts here. The customer, this guy, and this guy, they are in the bottom of the class. I remove them from here. I open the customer converter and I paste them in there. Now, I shouldn't make them private because I actually want to share them inside the project. So they're going to be internal now. Private was for the simple service class. But now I actually want to make them internal because I want to be able to use them in the entire project now. So I add the internal keyword. I say I need to know about customers, which is inside the entities package in the data access layer. I need to know about the BO, which is inside the business object package inside the BLL layer. And there we go. Now we just made the converters in their own class. And you know what? This is a freaking good thing to actually unit test if you want to. This is an easy class to start unit testing, to get going with the unit testing, right? I create a new customer BO, I convert it into a customer, now I expect it contains these values, right? That's a good thing to start unit testing. Maybe we'll make a unit testing series later on. So back to the converter class, the service class, because we're going to have some errors now in the service class. Because every place it says convert now is of course moved. So let's start out by actually using our new class we just created. Customer converter. Now there's again a lot of ways to do this. I'm just going to do it the simple way, like this, where I'm just going to use the customer converter very simply, like this. So I'm just going to make a new customer converter directly. Now this is not perfect when we're talking unit testing and stuff like that, but consider that yourself. Maybe there's a better solution right here. I'm going to create this guy. I'm just going to call it conv for converter, right? You can put in again any name you want, and then any place where it says something with convert, I'm going to put conv.convert, 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 right? And then I'm pretty much done. So now I've just moved all the convert functionality into its own class. And that's pretty awesome because now I can start unit testing that class and I can start using converters in other converters. That's all we have to do. So this is going to be the final of actually doing code inside the architecture series. Next series, we're going to start out actually building the REST API. So see you next time. Let's wrap this up with an outro next time.